guys, another video. My strongest Nyx build, the Queen of Crowd Control. You know what's funny? Every time when I look at Nyx or use Nyx, lately people be saying, at least somebody uses Nyx, people don't know how strong Nyx is. I agree. Not only is she strong, she really messes up the entire field if you have enough range. I'm talking about like crazy range, 235 or 250. It really doesn't matter. But also, she can strip off enemies' armor like nobody's business. And nobody knows about it. Well, I can't say nobody knows about it, but people don't use it as much. You see those psychic bolts that I just launched right there? Good lord, if one enemy gets hit by those, their armor practically drops. And depending on the build, you could strip it off completely. Which brings me to my build right here. When you have pacifying bolts, this is the psychic bolts augment, and affected enemies will be confused for 10 seconds. Alright, they'll be confused. Got intensify, got that quick thinking, of course, because Nyx is squishy. Got the prime flow in there, vitality, stretch, prime continuity. I got enemy radar and enemy sense, because as squishy as a frame Nyx is, you want to know where enemies at all times. You don't want to be ambushed from behind or to the side or some guy above you. You want to know where enemies is at. Alright, that's my build. And here this goes when you talk about psychic bolts. The duration for it is 15 seconds. Excuse that. Defense reduction is at 100%. All you need is intensify and you're good to go. Mind control, I would rather use this when you're dealing with strong enemies and you need to just control one guy so he'll be next to you. Cool. Chaos, we all know what chaos does. We all know what it does. Absorb, should in case you want to defend somebody or somebody's going to revive or whatever the case may be. If you have a Nyx, use absorb, stay there, let them revive or whatever. Once the revive is complete, blast everybody away. Alright, that's what you do with Nyx. Now as far as when you're dealing with enemies, I'm gonna pause these enemies right here. Right quick. I was talking about pacifying bolts. Look how awesome that is. Seriously. Like, you strip their armor off immediately. Now here's the thing with it though. When that expires, right, it will go right back to normal. That's the only thing. It doesn't completely strips it off. It goes off of duration. So here this goes. When you do this, lay them out. Alright? Lay them out. Do not show them any mercy. You must be like, yo, Nyx could do that? Pacifying bolts. That is all. That is all. You see how funny that is? Now, if this was in a real situation now, you would do this. Chaos them. Do this. And just lay them out. Now, as you see, they're confused. By the time they realize anything, they are dead. They are dead. Okay? Nyx is so broken, so strong, and so potent. I've yet to see people nowadays use that strategy when it comes to doing long survivals. Even if it's a defense, all you gotta do is that. And remember, those corrupted bombards are no joke. They're no joke. All it takes is one shot and you're dead. That's it. That's all I did. Right there. Go like this. Bang on that. Psychic bolts on them, and just lay them out. That's it. Use the duration to your advantage. Look at that. All of that armor, all of that buff. It doesn't matter. Once you strip off their armor, they are sitting ducks. And remember, Nyx is one of the squishiest frames in the game. You chaos them, psychic bolts them. They will be confused. They'll sit there. They're not going to attack you because they're confused. And then you just lay them out. I could go in survivals with this build and people will wonder as far as, yo, your Nyx is killing all these guys. They're all confused using psychic bolts? Yes. And you will say this to know if they ask you that question. Why aren't you using psychic bolts? Why aren't you using this? They'll have nothing to say. They'll be like, oh, I thought Nyx was just a one-trick pony. She was. Now, what you can do, you can do this. Do the same thing. Bang like that. Do that. Chaos him. He will be confused, but he will be on your side for the most part. You see, he'll be on your side for the most part. But look, see, he's fighting somebody. I think he's fighting some dude down at the bottom. Do that to him. My guy should be, he should be on my side for the most part. Yeah, see, he's on my side for the most part. That's it. Now, what I can do, however, do that, fling like that. He will be confused. And lay his ass out. That's all. Easy. Easy. Nyx makes it so easy. You can still chaos the enemies and do what you normally do. But I would suggest chaos them, psychic bolts them, strip their armor off, lay waste to them. Nyx is still broken in this game. Nyx is so broken and she's still so damn easy to use as far as killing enemies. And of course, I'm using the Soma Prime, but still. You could do this with any weapons, because once you strip off their armor, they're just sitting ducks. They got no armor left. I'm like, this build is the strongest build for me, but based on how I play and how my style, I can sustain. I can outlast. I'm still chaosing people. They'll be confused, but here this goes. Pacifying bolts, you helping out the squad much like yourself. So there that goes, man. There that goes. My strongest Nyx build, the queen of crowd control.